Hello, welcome to a brand new series. This is Stonehearth, a game about exploration and survival. It is done in a fantasy setting. My job as the player is to build and protect and I guess carve out a town for them to survive in. I have been following this game since Alpha 1 was released. And as you can see on the title screen, Alpha 8 is what I'm currently playing. This game is available from the Stonehearth dot... Ooh, is it .com? Stonehearth.net. There we go. Thank you, Internet. Stonehearth.net is where you can buy this game. You can actually pre-order it from there. You can also run this game from Steam if you so choose. I will be recording this in 720p as I usually do for the rest of my videos. But yeah, this is a city building game with aspects of RPG, fantasy, and RTS concepts. I've been playing this game on my own throughout the various alpha stages and wanted to wait until the game was a bit more fleshed out and less error prone to actually record. Alpha 7 is the last version I played, which you can see here. I have the Kingdom of Juniper Spring, and I can continue. Unfortunately, past town builds versions are not compatible with the new Alpha, so I've actually had to go through multiple different kingdoms. Since the game was first released to the public for the people that pre-ordered it. This game has been in development for a little over 4 years now in total, and they're definitely making progress on it. It takes a bit of time for them to get an update out, but when they do, it usually includes quite a few new things or bug fixes. Let's go ahead and show us the patch notes for this particular version. This is release number 205 apparently. Here are the major changes in this release. Blacksmith crafts weapons and armor for your footman. Footman is one of the classes that you can pick along with the blacksmith. Mining was recently introduced in Alpha 7, the Phase 1 of it. They apparently added Phase 2 now, which ore will now drop from stone voxels, and bug fixes and performance enhancements. The party system allows you some degree of control of your Earthlings' movements. Ah, good, good. That's actually probably one of my biggest complaints from earlier alphas. You cannot tell where someone was to walk. It was all AI orientated. So if you were attacked, it would cause a problem with what you needed to do with getting someone away from them so your footmen can go in, or get them away from the enemies so more citizens can come up and help. It was a bit more of a problem. There was no way to command them outside of call everyone to arms. I forget what the actual ability is called in-game, but the hotkeys are. For those that may have played it, it's the R key. But yeah. I'm not sure what else to talk about in this game. I suppose there are going to be some things I need to mention as we go ahead and play. But let us go ahead and start up a new game. We are going to play a normal game, not a peaceful game. So when you go ahead and click new game, we are chosen up. We are chosen. I read the word choose and got confused. We were shown this this screen here, and we need to come up with some sort of map. This is completely randomized each time. You go ahead and pick a new game, and unfortunately at the moment there was no way to see the map seed, or no way to implement it as far as I'm aware. So let's toggle through some of these maps, see if there is one that we like. I generally prefer relatively flat areas on this game. You can build pretty much anywhere you want. As you can see on the right there, as I hover over these areas, you can see the vegetation in the area, the wildlife, and the minerals. The minerals are actually a more important thing now than before, since mining was introduced along with the blacksmith. But I prefer more flat areas, and I also try to get the vegetation and wildlife up to green if at all possible. So like lens, lush or dense on vegetation, or what do they call it for wildlife? I'm not seeing anything here for wildlife being that high, so I'm actually going to roll a new map. I liked that one, that map that we have here, but just not liking how it is. Was there not a green level for wildlife? Maybe I'm mistaken. I could be mistaken. All right, let's pop through a few more maps here. Oh, I like this one. Yeah, was there not? I swear there was a green version for wildlife. Ah, maybe I'm mistaken. But I do like this map, this particular map layout. So we're going to stick with it. Let us find a location to start off our camera at. This map, by the way, indicates the entire playable area of the game. These white and grays here indicate mountainous areas, increased elevations. The greens and stuff indicate foothills and plains. The foothills, you know, kind of going off the mountains into the plains, and the plains are indicative of relatively flat terrain. Oh, yeah, actually it does show this here. Mountains here, mountain peak. I know they wanted to add more biomes in the future, but we'll see when that comes about, if it ever does. So let's see. You know, right around here is not a bad idea. So I'm going to go ahead and find a spot in here. Right there, sounds good. So after clicking, I'm going to choose to embark here. Embark does not mean that your citizens will spawn in that location. It just means your camera is going to start there. Assuming nothing changed in Alpha 8 in regards to that. After a bit of a loading period here, we will be in the game. The artwork of this game, by the way, is very, very nice. It reminds me of a lot of... It reminds me of like a high-tech 8-bit game here, voxel-wise. Okay, so this is the area that we clicked on, and it chose to embark here. As you can see, the general shape on the map is what we saw on the actual preview map when we were trying to pick a location. But I think I am going to choose right around here after clicking on that to place our banner, where we will be given a chance to name our settlement. And I think, you know what, East Light Rock actually doesn't sound too bad for this kingdom. Let's go with that, and that is a bug. Apparently there is another one of these. Yeah, that is a bug. Normally you're supposed to only be able to place one banner, but this time around I got 2 of them. That means I get twice the amount of citizens to start with. Wow. Traveler approaches holding a bundle. You guys really look like you could use some help. Here, the traveler would like to leave you 2 Ascot berries. I will accept this. So, I thought there was music to this game. I could have been mistaken. I think I'll add some music to the background, though, just to give it a little bit of extra flair here. At least until the game gets its own music on a more permanent level. And assuming I did not mute the game, I did. That is why I'm not hearing anything. Okay, there we go. Now we hear things. Good, good. Alrighty, so let us go ahead and pause this and take a look at what we have here. Normally you would start off with a few citizens here, a fire pit, and the banner, the camp standard. Used to mark territory, civilizedly. Provides warmth and light for the fire pits. That's good. Let's take a look at our citizens here. We all start off as workers in this game. Everyone that comes up is a worker to begin with. You have to change the jobs in order to make them more specific. Right now we have the carpenter, the mason, blacksmith, weaver, which is a tailor, miner, trapper, which is a hunter, a shepherd, animal person, farmer, and the footman. These other locations that have question marks right now are unreleased professions or jobs or classes, depending on what you want to call them, that are being worked on and will be released sometime in the future. For this first person, I will actually be promoting them to a carpenter. And for them, I will be promoting a trapper. And since we ended up getting 2 banners to begin with here, I am actually going to promote another carpenter and another trapper. Since we were started with 2 carpenter hammers and 2 trapper items. What is this called? Trapper's knife. That's right. Is there a... Where is the carpenter item at? I thought there was one here. We'll get to that screen here in a moment. Carpenter saw is what the other one is, apparently. So with that, I'm going to unpause the game and let them convert. We are going to start our building, though. Let us go ahead and construct the building. There are some building templates here for you to pick, but I always like choosing to build a custom building. So I'm going to pause the game again, just so I can do this in peace without having to worry about the game's progression. Alrighty, let's see, roads, we have a couple materials to pick from here, stone paved and brick paved, and we can also do a curb material. I'm not a fan of the curb material, nothing against it, but it's just not my forte. So I'm going to essentially make a main road through here, and then tell it to build that. Yeah, start building. And that is the beginning of our roads. And now I'm going to have a custom building here. For the floor, though, we are going to choose the dark wood boards. Dark wooden boards, apparently, is what it's called in there. That is fine. Alrighty. And let us make this this first building. Let's make it 10 by 20. And instead of manually drawing the walls, I'm going to choose the roll walls option. This is going to allow us to quickly put up walls around our building. If you so wanted to, you could draw them out yourself, but I choose not to. And we are going to need a door to get into this building. A regular wooden door is fine, and regular wooden windows is fine as well. Let's see, that'll work. Got 3 windows here. We can put some windows on the side if we want. Okay, let's see, 3 on that side, and there. I am very symmetrical in my building on this game. Why? I don't know. I think it just appeals to me more in these early buildings, building games where you get to choose and design how the building looks. Alright, now for the roof. We have now grew it. You can also toggle on and off these edges here. So if you want a building with slopes on all 4 sides, you can. 3 of the sides, 2 of the sides, just 1 of the sides. You can do it all. You can also adjust the roof height a bit, and I think I will... 8 is the max, apparently. I think a roof height of 2 will look nice for this building. This first building we're going to be making is for the carpenters to work. You can also draw slabs, which are above ground things. You can place it over other things and whatnot. You can also place furniture in there if you have any, but since we are just starting out, we do not have anything. You can also erase parts and undo them. But yeah, with this building in mind, I am going to drop down the walls just so we can see inside of it. So this is the 10 by 20 area that we drew out the first time for the floors. And I think this is good for now. So I'm going to tell it to start building. And when I unpause the game, they will use resources if there are any available, and don't worry about the building when you go out of the build menu, the build and design menu. It's still there. They just hide it when you don't have that option selected, so you don't have to see it all the time. But we will need some wood for this, so we are going to harvest these plants over here, and these over here. And there are some berries right in here. Apparently some of these are floating. Yeah, we are going to harvest those as well, which will allow us to have some starting food. Okay. Good. Lovely. Also, as a note, this game is very FPS intensive. So if you notice any frame issues on my video, it is because of the game becoming a problem in that regard. And there's not much else I can do about that. But we are going to have these people do what they can. And apparently they took down the debug bar that was down in the bottom right that actually showed you what the individual things were going on here. There is another mode down here for the fast forward, so we can actually fast forward them and see the progress happen a bit faster here. This game, by the way, was primarily written in C++ and OpenGL for the engine. The rest of the game was written in Lua, and the UI stuff was written actually in HTML and JavaScript, apparently. It's a very interesting combination of languages in order to make this game. It's something I probably wouldn't have chosen, but who am I to judge what people wish to do? So, we got some people chopping down trees, we got these people over here building, and there's really not much else we can do at the moment. We could initialize a few more buildings as they work on that one. What? Oh, remove that. Remove this building. Alright, we are going to work on another building here while we wait. Mouse. Daily update. What is this? Immigration report. This is new, actually. Food, we need 190 food in order to get the next immigrant. We have the morale, we need 4 morale minimum. And we have 5 at the moment, and we need a higher net worth. Okay, that's new in this update. For the second building, we are going to make a, you know, I would like it there, but I am actually going to choose to put it over here. This next building will be for the tailors. Once we get to them, we'll make it 15 by 15. Sure, why not? Let's go ahead and increase the wall size and get some windows and doors up on here. Two, yep, that is good for me. Let's see, let's do 2 off, and is there a center point here? There is not. So I'm actually going to undo. 3. Okay, there's still no center point, but that looks a lot better for the offset. Let's get 3 there as well, and 3 there. There is a fancier wooden diamond window as well, but it doesn't really offer anything over the regular window. Same with the doors outside of a style, though this is a reinforced wooden door. I'm assuming if the enemies were to attack it, it would last a bit longer. But I haven't actually been bothered to find out if that is the case, and I'm just going to grow the roof on there. With the walls down, you can still see the roof edges on which one actually has where it's going and whatnot. I'm actually going to make this one 3, only because I know I will like that better. You can also change the roof material here if you wanted to, but honestly, the blue and red just seem kind of silly. The thatch roof seems not a problem, but not really my style. Maybe for a farmhouse or a barn or something in the future, maybe we could do it. that building is more or less ready, so we can tell them to start building that as well. And as we can see, we have all of the townies over here working on it as fast as they can on this building, and then since I just gave them another building to work on, they'll start working on that one as well. Alrighty. Let's see, we have some trees getting cut down still, right? No, we don't, but we do have a stupid amount of trees already, a stupid amount of wood already cut down. So I'm not too worried about that. We do need some wood, though. Not wood, stone. And I am actually not seeing any stone deposits around here outside of these over here. Is that considered a plant still? It is. Okay, and there's a few pieces of stone here. So we're gonna need those for the road since we're building a stone road. And there's a few over here. So I don't know how long this series was going to be overall, but please be aware that every time we update, or every time the game updates, chances are I will not be able to use the previous kingdom. So there will probably be multiple resets throughout the game's history as I record and make videos of this game. I really do highly recommend it. One thing I forgot to mention was the price. Let's see, how much is the price? The price right now is $30, and you can get it on their website. I actually was part of the Kickstarter campaign back when it was up on there, so I actually did not pay $30 when I got this game originally, but it's well worth the money, and it's showing a lot of promise, and a lot of effort has been put into this game. It's still taking them a lot of time, though, to get it all put together, but I am liking what I'm seeing outside of my frames, not being able to handle this game apparently that well when recording. But yeah, looking at the time, we have gone about 22 minutes in now on this video. I think we'll have to end this momentarily, but I will allow these guys to continue working on this, and let's pull up those walls actually. Yeah, so you can see they are working on the roof here, and you got the scaffolding. They're almost done with it though. This building's almost done. And we also have this mode here where we can just pop open the one wall. Let's have them build a workshop in here, and them have a build a workshop in here. So we have 2 carpenters and 2 trappers. We need a trapper location as well, but we'll have to get to that at some point in the next episode. But for now, we have a few buildings being built, which will help. And oh wow, these guys have been doing some work on this road. The roads, by the way, are very helpful because they do move faster on it. As you can actually see here, he's moving off to the side pretty quickly. This guy's trying to come, but it's only coming so fast. No. But yeah, another reason I have the road butt up against this hill here is that there is no means to make stairs in this game, but there are, however, ladders, which you can see here. We can go ahead and actually tell them to construct multiple ladders in succession to give them the ability to get up and down these edges here. The previous version of Alpha 7, you can actually also tell them to mine, but it's a 4x4 cube. And if you are looking very carefully here, you can see a one-dimension break here. Like I cannot mine this layer right here where my mouse is on, which is one downside, but I'm okay with that. It does make making mine shafts tunnels a lot easier. But considering how new mining is, I haven't really been able to explore it that much. So I think that'll be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Before we head off, I'm going to show this workshop and tell them to craft, let's go with 10 of these doors. And does this one actually have a separate cube? It does. And then I'm going to have this one craft 10, you know what, no, let's craft a total of 25 windows. Okay, but we'll take a look at that menu a bit more in the future. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, remember to leave a like, and until next time, Take it easy.